Welcome back. Despite the recent increase in infections, the Western Cape is upping its efforts to combat the coronavirus. The province has started vaccinating undocumented and homeless people. It's the first to do so in the country. Nobesuthu Hejana is following this story for us. She joins us now live from Cape Town. So Nobesuthu, the health department in the province aiming to vaccinate 250 homeless people daily.
So, Shahan, the department says this is a trial, and depending on the success of it, it's something that they will roll out in other 9 sites or other 9 shelters in the Cape Metro. We spoke to the ones or the organizers of this, and they were telling us that it was last month where they actually wanted to push for the homeless people to get their IDs so that they can not only get to be vaccinated, but they can also get a chance to vote. So the department's Dr. Karim Sadiq did say that it's something that they are planning to do and ensuring that most of the vulnerable people in the province, they do get the opportunity to be vaccinated. But this is what Dr. Karim had to say.
For us in the Western Cape, obviously vaccinating the homeless is really crucial because these people are particularly vulnerable, not only to the elements but also obviously to COVID exposure. So we started vaccinating the homeless at this particular site, and we're working in partnership with the City of Cape Town and obviously various organizations who deal with the homeless people. And at this particular site, we've already vaccinated just close on to 70 people by now, and we plan to vaccinate 250 people by the end of the day. If this works very well, obviously it's a trial for us, then we will plan to roll this out across the province and get to other areas in the metropole as well to start with, and make sure that we vaccinate all homeless people across the city. We estimate that there's probably between 8,000 and 14,000 homeless people in the city of Cape Town. Obviously that estimation varies because people are moving around all the time, but we hope to get to all of those people during this campaign.
So are they handling people with no form of identification?
So, Shahan, they are being documented there at the sites, and Dr. Karim did say that if a person does not have an ID or any form of identification, they are being registered manually, and then they will be registered also on the site where the department site. But when we spoke to quite a number of people who were there who had received their jabs, I spoke to one lady who was saying that she's excited and happy because it's something that she never thought she would get, especially when the National Department did say that at the moment the homeless people or those who don't have identification, they will not be considered for now. It's something that they will think about maybe at the later stage, but they were very happy. And one lady was saying that throughout what is happening in the rest of the country or in the world, they are excited to be vaccinated. But here's Dr. Karim.
That's been a part of the difficulty, is trying to establish what the system would be to make sure that we get people registered. So because people don't have, we understand people don't have identity documents, that's not a barrier to receiving the vaccine. They can come to the site, we will register them on site as far as possible onto EVDS, but if they don't have the required documentation, then we'll obviously just make sure that we register them manually. So I think that's quite important that we actually make sure that that's not a barrier. Not having identification is not a barrier to receiving the vaccine.
All right, Nobesuthu Hejana is in Cape Town.